Hello and welcome to another lesson. In the previous lesson, we basically implemented 11 labs in code, very basic. Now what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about just we know the technology and what the product looks like. So we started with just kind of getting a general idea of the field, just using customer support, other things. Then we basically implemented a code example. And now what we're going to do is we're going to see how that code looks like within the system. So I think one of the first examples that we have previously done on the Build Club website is basically a workflow that gets all the Series A companies that raised that week in San Francisco and sends you an email, which is a text email. And I made a video about it and talking about those different components. So I'm going to leave the link here and we'll kind of briefly look at it as well. So if you go here, it's the weekly startup funding tracker. And if you look at this video, initially where I do is it calls me.
Hey, I just got an email. Let's hear it out.
Here is your summary of companies that raised their Series A this week. Campfire, an AI-first ERP company.
So basically what it did was use Exa to get all the startups, summarized it, and sent me text-to-speech, and it sent me through an email API. So if you want to kind of look a little bit more closely on how each of these things come together, definitely look at this course. We'll be adding this into the voice course as well. But you need to kind of look at what WebSets is, but here we're making that transition where we're implementing the code that we got from the Answer API into the 11 labs. Okay, and yeah, we're using the API in this case. So we can look at the code a little bit just to kind of see the main file. So the main file basically generating the company, and it basically saved the output file. So you can see the memo generator, right? And then here you basically have the 11 labs where we get the voice ID, and then we use the 11 lab TTS, which is one of the modules that we created here to just basically spit out audio. And then we use that audio, put it in a email, and send it out. So this is a rough idea. So I would recommend you give that a try. The other thing is these are building blocks. So think of it as Lego, where you can have multiple things coming in and multiple things going out. So imagine there's an API or YouTube API. So you can actually make a YouTube video as well. You can use some API to kind of create video and post directly on YouTube to get those hundreds of videos where you can automate these workflows instantly, or send hundreds of people customized messages based on what they've maybe bought or something like that. And same thing, this could be anything, right? This could be a database, this could be, I don't know, think about any technology you can use. Maybe it's a news generator, or it could be something else, you know? It could be anything. All right, so here we're basically bringing voice AI to your apps. This is more on the interaction side. So let's kind of look at the demo real quick. So,
Hi, I am Time AI. I am your personal guide for this article.
What's Elon been doing since you published this article in 2021?
Since the publication.
So you can basically see it's similar to Perplexity, where you can basically interact with the front end using speech. So in this case, it's very minimal, like in terms of just stopping it, starting it, that kind of stuff. So it's very basic and very simple. But the idea that I want to basically instill here is how to basically think about these things. If we go back, there were 3 things where I mentioned where you can integrate voice with other services, automate workflows with speed, scale, and bring your voice into the front end. So these are kind of the themes that we kind of went over. And these are the high-level ideas that I want you to kind of explore, which we'll talk about each idea where you can build something, at least kind of just think about it, maybe if not apply it fully, to kind of hone in your ability to kind of develop a better product sense of what good voice projects are like. Okay, so in the next lesson, we're going to be talking more about product in terms of why voice versus text, what versus video. So I will see you there.